Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jimmy, and in today's video we will be taking a look at and reviewing the JisuLife Handheld Fan Ultra2. Now this is a 3-in-1. This is not only just a flashlight, it's also a fan as well as a portable power bank. So it has a 9,000 milliamp hour power bank that's built inside that is not only powering this fan and flashlight, but it's also able to charge your smartphones. Now this also has a 100 adjustable fan speed, meaning you could put the fan speed down to 1 all the way up to 100. And then on the back you have a 4-mode flashlight, basically just low, medium, high, and then SOS. So in today's video I will share with you all of the capabilities of this crazy 3-in-1 and just how powerful it is with the fan and how helpful it is around the house, inside as well as outside. Full disclosure, this is a paid review, but it's just the fee that I charge to be shown on this channel. They did send off the fan for my review, but they have no input on my thoughts, my opinions, and the overall and creative review. So we went to the zoo today. I wanted to give this thing a true, full test, out in regular real life situations. We went to the zoo today. It is hot out, and this right here has been running between levels 10 and 15 the whole time. So you don't have to put this thing up at like 30, 50, or 100. But what I didn't expect is how cool the air is coming out of this fan. So up here is much cooler. If I even, it's cool to the touch. So this is not only just blowing air at you, it is blowing cool air at you, which is truly keeping you cool, not blowing that hot air back at you. So regular fans will blow that warm air towards you. This is blowing cool air. Let's do another fan power test. This time I want to see how much water is able to be blown out with this fan versus the Ultra 2. So here we are, the highest power. This is power 4. So I mean, it's making a little bit of waves, a little bit of wrinkles in there, but nothing is being blown out. Now on to the Ultra 2. For this one, I'm going to put this one up to 50%. There we go. You can see it's making quite a bit more waves and some splashing. Now up to 100. Okay, that's all we got to see for that. That is the water demo. This one is a patent pending paper towel test. So I ripped up a paper towel. I also created a wall right there so it's able to capture the wind flow. We will be blowing this right here across the countertop. I want to see how far it can go with each of these 4 fans. Then we will also blow that paper towel roll, just to show how powerful the Ultra 2 handheld fan is. For the first test, it's just going to be this handheld fan right here. I mean, this one does okay job. It can cool you off, but it's the weakest fan out of all of them. So here we go. Let's see how fast it goes and how far it goes. So I'm still right here blowing it. And it gets to about that distance right there. And then for test number 2, this is one of those other cheaper fans out there. It's got 3 levels. So now, let's see how fast and far it goes. Still at the exact same spot. Now moving on to this mini fan here. Again, this one is a little bit larger. We have this one on level 4. You can hear the fan speed here. There we go. Now for the handheld fan Ultra 2, let's get this one turned on. Now up to 75. All the way. And then now 100. I'm actually stepping back a little bit. Now here is the paper towel roll test. So we're going to take this one, put it again on level 4. We're just going to blow it right there. There it goes, there it goes. And there's where it stops. And now for this one, and I'm just going to go directly up to 100%. So that is a conclusive test of the paper towel, test of the roll, and of the paper. So you already know how powerful the Ultra 2 is, so let me just show you a few additional use cases so you can clean your car. You can blow off the mats if you want to. Let's say that you have some dirt inside of these compartments right there, so if you have your top off and you're off-road and you got all this stuff everywhere. So what you'd be able to do is you can turn this on, and if you want, you can use the attachment. For this one, I'm just not going to. I'm just gonna clean off my seat. So if it went out, clean this out. There you go. Another use case for fans in our household is blowing or cooling off some food. So these just came out. Here is a quick size comparison. This is the Galaxy Z Flip 7 and the S25 Ultra. Here's where we went outside to test out the magnetic wind concentrating round nozzle, which you would use for inflatable situations like this or with air mattresses. And the experience with this was super simple. It was fast. It went even quicker than the original air inflator that came with this. So if you are looking for a product that is great for inflating air mattresses or anything similar to this, this Ultra 2 will do it for you. All right, so we are downstairs. It is nighttime. Absolutely no light. Here is level 1. I mean, that's pretty good. Level 2. And level 3. Now we are outside. Just to show a little bit further. Here's level 1. Not too bad. Level 2. And level 3. Here's a closer look at the JisuLife Ultra 2. So on the right hand side, this is your button to turn on your flashlight, and you also have a locking slider. So right now, with this one being locked, I cannot turn on the flashlight nor turn on the fan. Now, once you slide this over, you will now have access to turn on this light, which you have a few different modes. You have your low, here is your medium, here is your high, and then you also have SOS. Now, anytime that you're using your flashlight, so let's say that you put it on maybe mode 2, instead of you tapping through all of these different modes, you can just do a press and hold and it'll turn off. Or what you can do is you can just slide this over and now it's locked and it'll turn off the light. You can do the exact same thing with the fan. So when it comes down to the fan, you press this once, it's going to indicate what the level of strength is, which right now it's level 1. And then you just move the slider up all the way up to 100. Now, when it comes to this one, you can press the button one time to turn it off. Or let's say that you are using it, and again, just like from before, if you slide this shut, maybe you're putting it into a backpack or a pocket, everything is now locked, it'll turn that fan off as well. Now, when it comes down to this fan, if you're on level 1, it'll last you for 25 hours. If you put it at level 100, it'll last you for an hour and a half. Now, we went to the zoo earlier today, and I had this thing running almost the full entire time that we were there, and I was always between level 10 and 15. A few times I went up to 20 and 30 just for fun, and after using it for quite some time, it was several hours, I went down from 96%, and then now I am down to 87. So I used right around 9, 10, or 11% while I was at the zoo all day today. If you are ever curious on what percentage you are at, you press your power button right over here for the fan twice, and you'll see the percentage. And then on the back end of things, this is your Type-C port, so this is where you're able to charge the Ultra 2, but also charge other devices. And what's fun is that I can have the flashlight going, I can have the fan going, and charge my phone at the exact same time. So just to demonstrate that, how about we plug in on the back, then we will plug in our phone, so this way we're able to charge the Galaxy Z Fold 7. Now, once you plug it in, it's going to start charging automatically. So I didn't have to turn this one on for it to start charging. So here we are charging. Now I'm also going to turn on my light, so the light is on. And then we're also going to turn on the fan. So it's going to pause the charging for a second, but now it's going right back to charging, and it's going at the fast charging rate, which is 18 watts. So not only can you keep yourself cool or put on one of the attachments, so this way maybe you can blow up an inflatable mattress or something, then you're able to have your light if you were doing this at night or putting up a tent. You're also able to charge your phone and then get this thing going for your bed. Now what's fun with this one is that this one is also magnetic, so once you put in your magnetic piece right up on the top, now you have a condensed area where the airflow is only able to come from here. And then actually what I'll do is I'll turn off this light, and then if you need to, you'd be able to clean, let's say, you know, maybe your car seats, maybe you have a dirty keyboard, so you can turn up this level. You're able to wipe this off as well as blow it. So you can have it either way. So then you can get some things cleaned. And then you also have this tool right here. Now this tool opens up the back end. So if you need to do any type of cleaning for any type of purpose, this one right here is the inlet of all of the air coming on in, and it's able then to blow out this way. So if something does go inside, all you have to do is just unscrew these two screws, then you're able to clean this little contraption that's on the inside. So this is making sure that dust and bugs and hair and everything does not go into the fan. Now with the two screws off, you pull this out, and then if there's anything in there that you needed to wipe off or clean, which I did have a small little particle there, this is how you're able to get this one right here cleaned off. So again, nothing is getting into the fan. Now, essentially what you're getting with this one product right here, which is pocketable, you can just throw it in your pocket, throw it in a purse, put it in a backpack, whatever you want. You have a 3-in-1. So you have a power bank, you also have a flashlight, and you also have a fan. The only thing though is that a lot of the fans that you have out on the market are super low powered. These fans that we've been playing with is kind of along the lines of using power 1 through 5. So we can go much more powerful than that if you need it, not only just for yourself as to cool you down, but to use it with some of the attachments if you need to blow up a inflatable air mattress. It also has a power bank, you know, so you're able to charge your phone. But these things are huge and heavy, and it's just a big block, right? So this one has 9,000 milliamp hour battery that is built inside that you're able to not only operate the light and the fan, but also charge a device. And then again, obviously the flashlight. When it comes to charging, it takes 2.5 to 3 hours to give this thing a full charge from 0 to 100%. Just remember, if you have it on level 1, this will last for 25 hours. If you go up to level 100, it'll last for 1.5 hours. And then that means that if you put this on level 50, it should last anywhere between 12 to 12.5 hours. One thing I do like about this is that I can just lay it right there, and it's able to just keep you cool. So if you're sitting at a picnic table and you need this thing to kind of just blow at you, this is sturdy enough and a good amount of weight that it's able to just hold itself steady right here, even if you put it all the way up to 100%. And now for the unboxing. So first off, you take off the cover, then you take off the top, and this is where you'll find some of the accessories on the inside. So you'll find the charging cable. You also have the user manual as well as a screwdriver. Now you also have your magnetic pieces, so these will just attach to the fan. You have one that is the round nozzle and one that is flat, and then the Ultra 2 itself. Here you will find the storage bag, so this will hold everything from the fan and all of its accessories. And here's everything all laid out. So you have your handheld fan Ultra 2, you have the cleaning brush, you have those two magnetic wind concentrating nozzles, the flat and the round. You have your USB-A to USB Type-C charging cable, the storage bag, the lanyard, the magnetic brush, and the screwdriver. Now I did have to go out and charge this thing the moment it came, so I'm just charging it in the back because it was sitting at 38%. Summarizing my experience with the Ultra 2, I do have to state that I am just surprised on how cool it was able to keep me. So when we went to the zoo and it was hot out, it's not just blowing the hot air at you. This is actually cooling on the top and blowing the cooler air at you. And you don't have to have it at higher speeds. You're able to keep this thing down at 10, 15, or 20, and it's going to last you all day when you're using it at those levels, and it's going to keep you cool. More cool than any fan that is out there. It's very portable. It fits in the pocket, so I was able to walk around the entire zoo for several hours without it having to give me any type of issues or it feeling heavy. It just felt like another phone, or it just felt like if you were to bring a power bank with you anyways, it's just right there in your pocket. So just the convenience of a 3-in-1, having a flashlight, having a fan, and also having the power bank right there that you can charge your smartphone. I would highly suggest this piece for anybody out there, my friends, my family. It is a 3-in-1, and it definitely does come in handy. I do also love the fact that I can just let it sit like this. So actually, when I am in here in the YouTube room and I am shooting and editing videos, as I'm editing, I always have this sitting on the table just blowing cold air at me, and it keeps me cool during the whole editing process. So hopefully you guys have appreciated this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit on subscribe. Subscribe on the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.